Hey guys, how you guys doing? It's Arne back with another video, and well, today, you already know there's been some stuff going on in Korea MapleStory that is not supposed to happen, everybody. So long story short, right, I'm gonna give you a quick summary, but we're gonna go through the full thing later on. What did the director of MapleStory did that actually pisses off everyone in the game? Right, so as you know, the flame shit, right, inner ability type thing was actually in 2021, right? There was a lot of big hoo-ha about that. That was the worst shit ever, right? And recovering from that point onwards until today, it was very difficult. And well, when MapleStory started to gain a player's trust and shit, and now this happened. So what happened? Well, long story short, around early February or around late January or February, right? Players in Korea started to move to play Reboot World compared to regular World. The reason is that there were a lot of players that actually think that, it's also streamers that actually influence the players to think that, okay, Reboot World is much better than regular World. I mean, at a point it's much rewarding, right? And comparing with the progression you are doing in Reboot World versus regular World, Reboot is technically free if you invest time, which Korean MapleStory players, KMS players always invest time in the game. And they can see that, items are untradeable, dark boss sets are untradeable, and it's the same as playing in Reboot. So a lot of players actually move to Reboot. I think that's basically the context, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so that basically caused a lot of players actually started playing Reboot this few weeks. As you can see, a lot of players, even on Reddit, you can see that, right? So what happened today is we have a Korean MapleStory test server update, and the director of MapleStory himself actually came up with the operation team over here. I've never seen this guy. Then he came out to a live stream that was supposed to be a informative stream, but the director said something that he should not have said. I mean, the thing that he said, I'm gonna translate it later on. So over here, the main context of the main things that he mentioned was this one over here. MMORPG is not a popular genre, and the teenagers don't like it, and it takes a lot of time. And well, this one thing over here which makes players think that, you don't even have faith in your own game, right? And the next thing over here is that after director himself, after I become director, after the 5th job transition, we didn't actually introduce any financial elements over there, meaning that anything that requires billing elements, anything like cash, right? In arcane symbols, authentic symbols called gemstone, and for that part, they changed it to hunting, quests, and through various methods, and basically you level up through time. So what he meant was that we didn't go through the pay to win route to level up your symbols. We could have done that, right? That's what they say, but we didn't do it. So yeah, that's the thing, because this whole thing over here, what makes him actually says this is that because a lot of players were asking, regular world versus Reboot World, Reboot World is more rewarding, and all the comments and all that stuff, and he got like emotional at this point of time. He did mention that as well. I'm gonna go through that later on. He got emotional at this point, and he said that if I were to make money, right, if I want to milk you guys out, I would actually change this level up system to basically requires real money in regular world, right? Compared to Reboot World, you use Mesos. That's the thing that pisses everybody off. And as another thing is that he also mentioned another thing, which is dark boss set. Dark boss set, well, it's untradeable, right? So he mentioned that if you made it tradable, it will break the game. Yeah, that also pisses everybody off. And yeah, so he got emotional, said these two things, and the game died. Literally. A lot of people are selling the items, a lot of high level players are actually really selling the items. Anyway, so This is basically the full transcript. For those of you guys who are wondering, you want to go more in depth, but we're gonna go through it right now. There are basically 3 parts of it. I have it translated over here, right? This is Kang, General Manager of MapleStory. We haven't seen each other since Savior Update Showcase. This is when they started. And this is another personnel over here, which is from the operation team. Alright, today is part 2. We're gonna talk about what our operation team does and all this yada yada. And all the way down here, you can read more in the video description below. Yeah, because I don't have mood for that anymore. Now, so this is where it all started because all the players were asking for like, why do you make it tradable and all that stuff there. This is how we prioritize strengthening and farming a part of everything Reboot. And we're also looking at the challenges and achievements we added to the Reboot world. We're gonna make a direction unique and fun. Okay. Next one over here is that we have also gotten a lot of feedback about normal or regular world, right? Regular world or Reboot. I think the biggest goal that we have running MapleStory is not that we are making right now in terms of the revenue or anything. Our biggest goal is to serve MapleStory for a long time. These are all really good, right? And we're not trying to do something in short term to make a big impact in the game economy. And so they say that, for example, introducing the boss crystals in the past to stop Zakum Dolly, basically people farming Zakum, okay? Yeah, there were a lot of mules farming Zakum last time, and also CRA, and that's why they introduced the boss crystal system, okay? We'll try to make a long period of time whether it's Reboot or regular world, so he asked about, asked the operation team, and, well, this is where the shit comes in. Playing and having fun in the original game is what we do in MMORPGs, so we play with other players and grow together. The pleasure of growing up, whether it's regular or Reboot, from restricting anything in terms of gameplay, workshop or anything, money off those, basically they want to spend money and shits. Right now, improving the regular world. In general, in regular world it's the same, in Reboot world it's the same. I think it's premature to talk about improvements right now, and yeah, that pisses people off as well. And in part of making a more healthy game, we need to review this in a long run. Comparing Reboot world and regular world, and keep comparing the advantages of Reboot world and the disadvantages of regular world. Yes, of course, Reboot world does give you more rewards. It's more rewarding compared to regular world. Right? Simple to say, please improve. This is not good enough, and yeah. In this part, they want to add that the more updates, balance patches, and addition improvements requested by the players. I don't think these are small amount of these parts, right? So they do have a feedback board that they actually keep track of players submitting informations and everything over there, and they do improve it step by step. And one thing over here is that the growth process over here at 260 and above, it's relatively difficult. Right, so how are you gonna compare it with different servers over here, for example? Right, yeah, Reboot, you get your own stuff over there, and they also talk about the Dark Boss set over here. So this Kang mentioned that Dark Boss set cannot be tradable. Is because if they make it tradable, that means it will basically breaks the economy, and then yeah. There was a lot of silence. There was a lot of silence, and we thought that the stream stopped for a moment. Yeah, and this is where they try to save it out in the pros and cons in Reboot world and etc. You can read more about that. Moving out at the bottom over here. Where's this part? Check this part over here. Yeah, because in KMS we do have a trade count for all items. So basically, all items has 10. Premium Seasons of Karma trade counts. Basically, if you trade in more than if you trade in 10 times, right, or 9 times, it's basically dead already. The item is fully untradeable. It's not like overseas servers, you can trade it unlimitedly. KMS, no such thing. Yeah. So yeah, that's why they say that this will negatively impact the economy, such as the equipment price and everything over there. All right, and yeah, this is where Kang actually got emotional at this point of time, where he said that this part, if we were to want to make money out of you guys, we would introduce a pay to win to upgrade symbols and cores, nodestones and etc. But we didn't do that. right? So we didn't do that. So and then this one over here, a big middle finger to you guys if you don't want to play, basically. And then after that, they took a break. Then they come back and say, okay, I think I got a little emotional. Without realizing it, they apologize for it, they bow again. And they didn't meant to say those things. These things over here in this one. And they apologize again. But all the players were actually not happy at that point. Because, okay, to be honest, what he said is true. Yeah. If the game wants to make money, right, they can do it various ways. Similar to MapleStory M. Everything is money. Regardless of what the hell you do in the game, in MapleStory it's money. But that's a different game. That's mobile. This is PC. Most of the revenue comes from PC. Specifically Korea MapleStory. And as a director, if you don't believe in the game and although what he say is correct, but he, as a director, you shouldn't say this type of stuff, and especially it's almost 20th anniversary right now, and this is the thing that, yeah. There you go. There's a lot of things over here that they try to maneuver out of what they said over here at this point, which is. Oh, I don't know, man. This is just a very bad move. I think at this point of time, I think the PR just said that, well, just end the stream. That's basically. They didn't even cover Kang, right? The new boss in the game today, which is the one that I covered already. They didn't even cover this boss. They just end the stream directly, and well, I think we're gonna probably see a notice coming up. Hopefully, I don't know. I've been looking forward to the 20th anniversary of this game. It's 20 years old, right? And this shit comes in. This is just sad, man. It is sad. It has been so difficult to put up from the flame incident in 2021, right? All the way up to now. And they are blaming on the players over here, saying that, oh, it's just because you want to cause a riot to compare with regular world versus reboot world, and he was actually not happy, got a little bit emotional, and then just said this. Yeah, although as I mentioned, the things that he said is correct. If you want to milk players' money, yes, that's the route to go to, or the route to actually implement last time, but it's not right as a director to say that. I mean, yeah, if yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say, because yeah, everybody was shocked when he said that. I was not streaming when he said that, but I was in the call. Neo was translating it, and there was a lot of big hoo-ha with that as well. Sadly, I was really looking forward to the update actually. Yeah, Kang, from the extraction, from the bosses, from the animation, 1.3 GB update. Oh my god, it's basically 4 bosses in the game, and it's 1.3 GB just because of the 4 bosses. Imagine how much did they work for this in the Savior update. This is the biggest patch in the Savior update because of all these few bosses over here, and this shit comes up, unfortunately. Well, yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, this is the boss over here. It's only normal mode, and you can select which boss mode you want. The boss animation, the effects are absolutely amazing over here. Really, I gotta hand it to you, man. It's just absolutely amazing. But at this point of time, we will see. Hopefully there's gonna be a notice. I think they're probably gonna have a notice over here. Right, Max is still sleeping. Orange mushroom block, right? I'm using his character over here because my character is not high level enough. The entry is 275, and the map is also 275, but the boss itself is 285. Yeah, you see all this animation over here. It's so beautiful, man. Right? They really work their ass off over here on this one. and unfortunately they didn't even get to showcase or brief over here at this. Yeah. Oh, that's basically it. The incident that happened over here today. The main thing is this part. Everybody is furious about this part only. Well, there's a lot of things as well. And when we thought Savior update was the patch to revive the game. 20th anniversary, everybody. And they killed it. I guess that's basically it, everybody. Alright, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll paste all the links in the video description. Sad to say this, we will have to see what notice they're gonna give out. Alright, as always, see you without subscribe. Stay awesome, everybody. Stay safe. Bye bye. Oh yeah, that's another thing. There's another post over on event. Someone actually watched my stream over here and they just say that, oh, I do look like Myung-kun over here. Right, this is a streamer. Do follow him. Links in the video description. Yeah, he has a really good control most of the jobs. Right, he just played Hoyang, Evan. He made 0 last time. Yeah, he's insane in most of the controls over here. And this post actually governs like 26k views because I was comparing. There was a picture comparing regular world versus reboot. Regular world, you just shot all your items, right, and then just play in different mode. Reboot, you just cube it. Comparing, and some of them just mentioned, hey, I do look like him over here, and yeah, and I'm another 0 player as well. So yeah, that just want to get. Anyways, okay, never mind. See ya.